Yeah.
Footsie.
Ew. We'll say that for next episode. Touch me.
Stop flirting with me.
Oh, God, I can't. It's been a while.
It's been a long time.
I feel like we're back in the hot seat.
I know, the pressure has started. I feel like, you know when you're, what's the word? Out the saddle. Out the saddle? Have you not heard that? When you're like...
Out the saddle?
Is it out the saddle? In the saddle. When you've not done something for a while.
Okay.
It's called like...
It's like riding a bike.
Yeah, it's like... yeah, because it's the saddle.
Okay.
The seat when it's like being out of the saddle.
Getting up.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say meow, but that has nothing to do with horses.
You can say meow if you want.
Anyways. I know, I'm a bit nervous. I haven't done it in ages. I don't know what's going on. I don't know how to sit anymore. Cushions half on, half off.
You've got the nice side.
And now I'm back.
Yeah.
I'm back, guys. Back on my side. Back where I belong. Would you like to introduce Welcome Back? As you're the one who's been away.
Yes. Well, welcome back, guys. I don't know where to look. I'll look at you, it's fine. Welcome back to the podcast, guys. It is me, Millie, and Hannah over. Yes. Welcome back. Welcome back, Hannah.
Making a mistake then. I was like, oh my god, you silly goose. And I was like, oh no, you did it on purpose.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome back.
Just thought I'd like zhuzh it up a bit.
You know, spice it up. For the new viewers, for the new listeners.
Yeah.
Wrong way round.
Yeah, sorry guys.
I'm Millie.
I'm Hannah.
I think. And welcome back.
Yeah. So
Welcome back. How are you? How have you been?
yeah.
What's been going on? Firstly, let's have a fat update.
Oh my god, yes. So obviously back from my little trip away. Oh god, was it needed? I feel so much better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like wow.
Needed.
Took a little couple of days to kind of get back into the swing of things, as we were saying in the car. We have a little car catch up first.
We have a little debrief.
Yeah.
I was thinking this in the car when we were driving. I was like, so how are you updating me? And I was like, we're literally doing this in about an hour.
Yeah. But it's needed. We get the tea out of the way and then get down to business.
Spill the tea and then we spill the tea.
Yeah. So yeah, had a really good session today, which was so nice. So I feel like me again,
Good.
which is good. I'm just very calm. This is how I wanted to start 2025.
Yeah.
And obviously we made the joke being like 2025 is starting on the 1st of February, but I really feel like
It did.
that's fallen into place. So
Yeah. January was long though, wasn't it?
yeah,
It was long.
like our whole group was sending those memes like welcome to the 178th day of January.
No, literally. Shout out to the girls in the group chat because that was
dragging us through.
literally. And when it hit February the 1st, it was like, well done, team. We made it.
We made it. I think we literally all said like, well done.
Yeah, we're like, we made it through. That's an achievement in itself. If you've done nothing else but make it through Jan, well done, guys.
Yeah. So to all the listeners as well,
well done.
congratulations.
Happy New Year.
Yeah. What about you?
You know what? While you've been away, nothing exciting. Pretty box standard. Training, new training plan. Actually, that's been quite exciting. So, still 3 lower, 1 upper, but one day's a little bit more of just like, almost like, it's not even a lower day. It's more of like glutes, like it's like kickbacks, like the accessory movements, and then a bit of delts. And I was like, oh, this is a bit different. I was like, there was like no compounds.
A little touch-up day.
Yeah, that's the word. That's what I was thinking. I was like, what's it called? What's that called? But yeah, it was like it's like a touch-up session. And then it's just glutes and hammies. Upper is quite fun.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's it. Cardio's been up to 30 minutes a week now. Steps are still at 10k. That's the kind of update on me. And then work's been really busy. Just been focusing on that really. Nothing. Sounds like I've got a boring life, but my day-to-day.
But you are like working hard.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of behind the scenes. And I think that's when it can like feel a bit quiet if you don't have time to kind of either catch up with people or like put stuff out on social media, because I think sometimes people think if things aren't going out on social media, like, oh, you're being quiet, or like, what's going on, are you not doing anything? And it is literally normally like, no, I'm so busy right now, I don't have time.
No. And I will say as well, that's what I've learned in the past week, that obviously I know my time management's not the best anyways, but this week I've been more calm on it and been like, right, what do I need to get done from a weekly basis, daily basis anyways, but how can I be moving constantly in the day, in making sure, like, sometimes I would like take a break, I'd sit down and be like, oh, I've been working all morning, and I was listening to a podcast the other day, and it was about like the productivity, and he was saying like, you always need to be leaning forwards. If you're sitting down, if you're leaning back, you're not going anywhere. So to go somewhere, you need to be leaning forward, so you can't stop in the day. Like, obviously it's not me being like, take a breath, but it's like, if you stop and take a long enough breath, you're going to slow down.
And you literally don't get up.
No. And that's what he was like, the best thing to do is to do. And where I wasn't switching off in the evenings, I'm now getting to like that 9 o'clock time and being like, no, switch off from your phone, do not disturb is on. I have more time for social, like chatting to people. So that's what I've learned this week, and being having a bit more structure in place when it comes to when I am busy, not letting the other things slack, like my socials, because that is important and I do enjoy that. Yeah. But that is my biggest downfall, where when I'm busy I'm like, that can wait. Yeah. Bottom of the list.
And I guess like putting it in part of that like schedule as well, you know, maybe kind of 6 to 7 p.m. is where you do catch up on your socials and you post everything. I know that's kind of, you sometimes post things on your work account, like later in the day you like do all your sharing and stuff. So just having that like nice little routine, I think it's all part of it.
Yeah. And I think the whole just not trying to, because you look at all the people who are like top coaches and they're like doing loads and doing bits and bobs, and I'm like, yeah, they've taken the time, like they've got there, and I always like compare them to the position they're in now, and I'm like, yeah, but they're doing all of this, and I'm like, breathe, like you will get there, just you don't need to be 200 miles per hour and then like beating yourself up about it.
And I think that's quite a valid point for everyone as well, because it's really easy to look at the people that are in the position that you want to be in and be like, well, they're doing this, so I need to do that to be successful. And that's not the case, because when they were in the position that you're currently in, they weren't doing what they're doing now. You work up the ladder and you get there. It's like, if you're wanting to be a pro and looking at what the pros are doing, I know there's that like, act like a pro before you become a pro, but equally they've been in our position too. Like no one is born a pro. We've all worked up the ladder to like get to different stages where you are like a top amateur, like from a beginner, or like a pro from an amateur. It's like just working up the ladder.
So it's just been a bit more, not calmer, that's the wrong word, but a bit more like what you've just said, just realising stuff.
And I guess just kind of like appreciating where you are.
It's one thing I don't do. My mum said that the other day, because I was like, my mum was like, you need to just appreciate where you are, because look at where you are from a year ago, and I'm like, I'm not where I want to be. She was like, yeah, but you will, because a year ago you wanted to be in the position you're in now. So it's like, she was like, give yourself another year and you'll be in the position that you want to be in now. And I'm like, right, maybe you're right.
One step at a time.
But that's our intro to this week. Cute.
I mean, nothing to do with what you're going to talk about, but
no, just
an intro nonetheless.
It was a big intro for that one. We're actually talking about
nutrition 101.
Which is exciting.
So my phone is currently on charge, so you have all the notes and you have all of your questions, because obviously we asked a couple of questions on our social medias, didn't we?
So all things nutrition, really. Chatting about our nutrition, things that people have misconceptions about, the basics of nutrition, essentially. Which you think, like, for us, we go into it and we're like, oh, we know what calories, we know what macro is, and things sound so simple, but it's actually like, you forget how complicated it is, and how many, like, the aspect of it is so, what's the right word I'm looking for?
It's complicated.
It's complicated.
Especially for, I guess we were wanting this to be more of like an entry level,
Yeah.
if you're just starting out at the gym, if you're maybe more like Gen Pop, because if you are a competitor, this is going to be like your bread and butter foundations of every day.
You know how to weigh.
We're not going to teach you how to suck eggs.
Yeah.
But for the people who maybe are just getting into it, you know, this is hopefully going to be helpful.
Bit of an insight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bit of a starting block for you to maybe do some of your own research, own education, have a look into things differently, and just a little chit chat about
all things food. Our favourite topic.
Yeah.
Which we love.
Why not?
Which we love.
Yeah.
No, I do love it. And that's one of my favourite topics to talk about when I'm like, even with clients in the gym, like when people come to me wanting to change their lifestyle in the gym, like from a personal trainer perspective, not just coaching, because I think with the coaching that will always come hand in hand. Like you need to have a grip on your nutrition as well as fitness, but I get a lot of girls coming in just being like, oh, I want to grow my glutes, I want to lose weight, I want to tone up, etc. when they come to me in the gym. And after like we talk about the sessions and after we talk about like training plan, I'm like, okay, well, so what's your nutrition like? What's your eating like? And then 9 times out of 10 is like, oh shit, not good. And it's like that will be your biggest changer. I was like, it is 80-20 nutrition, and it's what's going to change your entire physique. And they're like, what? And I'm like, yeah, you need to have a whole like switch around when it comes to nutrition. So it's always, you can go to a personal trainer and get trained, but it's like you need someone who's going to change the way you eat, the way you get about your day, putting those habits into place. And it's the biggest thing. That's why I'm so big on nutrition.
About it. And obviously it's something that you've kind of studied, so there's going to be a lot of
I forget that sometimes.
fact bombs from Mill Dog over here.
Oh my god, just making me up now. This is when I go silent. I'm like,
bread,
calories,
water,
protein is good.
Oh yeah. So maybe why don't we start about, I guess, what would be a good way to structure food maybe around training? Like what should people be looking for in their pre and post meal windows?
So with that, I'll go into the windows in a sec.
Yes.
But in terms of like pre and post workout, ideally you want a good combination of protein, carbs and some fats. So when I say this, anyone who's listening and not sure what protein, carbs and fats is, that is your macronutrients and what makes up your food essentially. So it's not just, you know, a bit of protein like a protein shake. Like we're talking good protein sources. So you've got your chicken, like chicken breast, beef, tuna. Salmon's a good combination of protein and fats. Again, they combine in the two. You get some foods that are a bit of both. And then
also things like tofu.
Yeah, so that's
or like the vegan, vegetarian alternatives, or
so like types. The vegetarian side, corn mince is good, corn chicken. Tofu's not too bad in protein, but it's still really good. And then the carbohydrate side of things, so we need to fuel. Like you need your carbs, girls, please. We need your carbs, you need your bread, your pasta, your oats, your even things like rice cakes, you know, your pasta, all of these things. Also, as a reminder, your fruit and veg are carbs. Like these are things that we take into account as well. They're your micronutrients, which is all of your, another thing that I'll go into, but your 3 main macronutrients, protein, carbs and fats. And then you got your fats, so your dark chocolate, your avocado, your nuts, your cheese,
peanut butter,
your Biscoff, all those
other spreads are available.
Spreads are encouraged. All of those things, almond milk, even if you're having cereal, that sort of thing. So a good example for a pre-workout, if you wanted a savoury option, I know it sounds generic and run-of-the-mill and probably very bodybuilder-y, but chicken, rice, little bit of veg as your, if you keep into that savoury option, almond butter or peanut butter, or adding in some cheese. And then if you wanted a more sweeter approach, again, a bagel, jam, protein shake on the side. If you don't like protein shake, you can swap this for yogurt, adding in some fruit, so a bit more carbs, a bit more micronutrients, that sort of thing. And then your post-workout is a little bit different. So your post-workout meal will be predominantly protein and carbs. You don't want to have too much fats post-workout. So this is because we have just completely battered ourselves in the gym. We're depleted. You know, you've just used up all of your energy stores training. Now you need to recover. So in order to recover, you need to replenish those stores to make sure that we're doing all the processes in order to recover properly. So protein, obviously, that we need for our muscles, for our growth. And then carbohydrates is what's going to fuel this, energize you back up. Fats is what's going to slow it down. Fats slows down digestion. So this is ideal before you train, because you can then, like, as it's digesting and as you are training, you're then slowly releasing that
because you want the energy like over a longer period, don't you?
You don't want it like essentially digested so quickly that you just up and use it, and then you're halfway through your session and you gas
hungry
out. Yeah, and you're hungry and you're just like, oh my god, I'm done.
Yeah,
you want it to sustain it over a long period of time, as opposed to post-workout you want it ASAP. So having fats will slow that down essentially. Not saying you can't have a little bit, but you don't want as much as your protein is the longest that takes to break down as well, so to add fat into it and then so that's why if you wanted to be fuller for longer, a good meal would be having a good amount of protein and a good amount of fats, because protein takes the longest to break down, and then adding fats to that slows down the digestion, fuller for longer, all of those things, which you don't want in your post-workout. When you come to windows, purely from a digestion point of view, there's a lot of research behind this, and there's a lot of people tell you like, oh my god, no, you have to have it exactly 60 to 120 minutes before your workout, and then train, and then you want it exactly between 30 and 60 minutes post-workout. Like, ideally, yeah, that's great, because if you can eat an hour to 2 hours before and then go train, and then you still feel energized, you still feel quite good, you've got like energy for that session, fab, and you're not feeling like you're gonna chunder, because there's nothing worse when you eat and then straight away go and train and you're like, whoop.
Especially something like legs, when it's heavy anyway, you're gonna be like tired, and then you don't want like food sickness coming on top of that,
and the amount of bracing that you do, whether it's leg press, squats, RDLs, you're moving in some sort of way that's squishing that stomach, and it's just like, no, nothing worse.
Thank you.
No. Whereas post-workout, again, if you feel sick post-workout, don't eat straight away. Give it 30 minutes, give it 60 minutes. If you need to travel back home, then eat, ideally, but don't long it out to be like, I'm going to wait for ages to
because then obviously it's going to have like a knock-on effect on other meals throughout the day as well. And I know maybe if it's more from a gym perspective, there could be 3 or 4 meals. So obviously it's might not be as crucial from like a bodybuilding perspective, when we could have like 6 or 7 meals. Those meal timings are life or death, because if you're a bit late, then it's throwing everything else
out the window.
And I guess those windows also work, because by the time you've had your pre-workout, you've let it digest, you've trained, it is near enough the time for your next meal anyway, so it's quite a good way to lay it out,
structure it. 100%. And like with my girls, even if they've got 4 meals a day, and even if when they first start they're like, no, I literally eat 2 to 3 meals a day, I'm like, well, we're going to work up to 4, even if one of them was to be more of a snack, because we need to have a pre and post workout meal. So if you train in the evening, you have breakfast in the morning, so that's meal 1. Meal 2, you'll have lunch at your normal lunchtime. Meal 3 would then be your pre-workout. So if you're on the like an hour before the gym, if you can't eat a lot at work, having like, you know, it might just be Rice Krispie Squares bar, dark chocolate and a protein shake before they go, and that's like their snack. And then they'll train, come home, and that's when they'll have their dinner, which is their post-workout. So that's how some of my girls structure it when it comes to meal timings, post workout, that sort of thing.
What is your go-to pre-workout? What do you like?
Oh, it's got to be oats. It's got to be oats with whey protein mixed in, bit of berries on the top, my carbs and my micros, and then my dark chocolate on top. A little bit of Himalayas, pink salt.
Always
sensational. What's yours?
Oh my god, that was another thing. Slight sidetrack. I forgot my pink salt on holiday.
Oh, I thought you were about to say today because I was like,
No. Oh, no,
On
don't worry.
holiday.
I've got it today. I literally just I was in such a rush when I was trying to get to the airport because it took me about 6 hours to drive down to London Heathrow, and that was trauma in itself. And I was just in such a rush to try and get into the terminal because my mum was already there, and she was like,
where are you?
we're boarding, and I was like, we're not, but it was not that bad, but
No,
she was stressed.
Yeah.
And then I was on the flight, and I was like, I don't have my pink salt. What am I gonna do?
And you didn't have plum and pear as well?
No, I know. I've never been so dehydrated in my life. For anyone that has been to I guess Dubai or Bali or anywhere that's that region of the world, they have this Pocari sweat thing.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know it?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just oh my god, it's a lifesaver. When I saw it in the shop, because I was like, we need to go to a supermarket because first of all I need snacks.
Yeah.
I need water.
Mm.
So we went and I saw it and I was like, you're coming home with me.
Yeah.
So I got 4 bottles and just necked 2. Revive me.
Please.
Yeah. But yes, anyway, back to food. At the moment I have chicken and rice.
Mm-hmm.
Pre-workout.
Yeah.
Chicken and rice post-workout too, but it's just my favourite meal at the minute. Especially since coming home, I was like, I can't wait to have some chicken and rice.
Yeah, you do. When you get back, I'm just like, I just need some clean food again.
I need some
get me the
normal
basics.
food. Yeah.
Get me the basics. But honestly,
it
does the job, and everyone's pre-workout can be different. That's the thing when everyone's like, oh, do I have to have chicken and rice or do I have to have oats because I don't like either? No. Why are you having something that you don't like?
Mm-hmm.
What do you like to eat? Oh, I really like bagels. Okay, great. Do you like jam? No, not really. Okay, do you like almond butter? Yeah, fab. Bagel, almond butter, banana on top, protein shake on the side.
Yeah.
Done.
Banana and peanut butter.
So good.
What a combination.
So good.
What a combination.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, I don't like oats. Do you like granola? Granola, Greek yogurt, berries, honey, add it in.
Yeah.
Stunning.
Nice.
Easy done. It's just finding things that you like
Mm-hmm.
and then making it fit your macros.
Yeah.
Obviously then tailored to your goals.
And I don't know if you've posted them yet, but I know you're working on little nutrition ebooks and stuff.
Yeah.
So for anyone that is wanting extra information on anything that we're talking about, then head to Mildog's Instagram, and they're all on there. Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't actually posted it yet, but
What you want now?
Well, I am now, guys. welcome. I do have an ebook coming out on all things nutrition from your local nutritionist.
Yeah. So that's exciting.
Just all things, what we're talking about today. Yeah. So intro into nutrition, what is a macro, what is a calorie, what makes it up, good food choices for this, how to meal prep. There's a little shopping list on there as well. So if you want to do a weekly shop list, it's all there, a little template, meal ideas. If you're struggling on how to... Because there's a lot of girls as well who can't, who might not want to get into coaching just yet, and they just want to try things on their own first, and they just need a little bit of help. And there's so much out there as well. It's one thing that I realised when I got first into fitness. I was like, there's so much. What do I actually believe? Mm-hmm. What do I actually look at? Whereas that book just kind of has everything where break some myths, go through some stuff that I've learned, things that you'll find useful post workout. So it's just like a little free book, guys.
Yeah.
Feeling generous this 2025.
Well, thanks.
So yeah. We have asked some questions, which is really exciting. But was there anything in particular when it came to nutrition that you struggled with? Like when you first started getting into training, into the gym, was that something that you naturally picked up and you're quite easy and happy to get into, or was that a bit of a hard experience?
Yeah, it was definitely a hard experience, I think, just because I came from such a place of being absolutely terrified of most things, that it was really about trusting it, and just, still to this day I'm still trying new things that I've not had before. So I think just really, and I hate being trust the process, but it really is just kind of that. Yeah. And learning what your preferences are and what your favorites are and what works well for you, because what you've just said, different things digest differently for different people. I know there's quite a few, again, a bit bodybuildery, but to have cereal post-workout or pre-workout but it digests so quickly in me. 30 minutes later I am starving again, so that's pointless. Like I might have it as like a bit of a snack or like a one-off treat, mix it with like whey and like raisins or frozen blueberries, something like that, but it is only a one-off because I know that I will be really hungry after it. So yeah, it was definitely something that was the harder part of getting into fitness. But one thing that I always like to kind of go back on is that it was fuel for me to get to where I wanted to go. So I knew that I wanted to grow, so because of that I had to fuel my body. And like I would always remind myself, like, we put petrol in cars to make it move forward, and that's exactly what we have to do with food. Like we have to put food in ourselves to move forward, like what you were saying with leaning forward in the day. Like that's all that food's doing. It's literally petrol to the car.
Literally.
Yes.
And that's kind of why I wanted to ask you about it, because I know I had a call recently about one of the girls getting into coaching, and she was saying like, I really struggle with food, and that's something that like she came from a background of like eating disorders and like disordered eating, and that she found it can be a bit triggering when it comes to numbers, when it comes to like almost tracking every day in and out. And so it's nice to hear from you, and also like I completely relate to that background of things, but it's nice to hear and where you are in your position now, coming from that like history of food to now be sitting here and being like, oh, like I've been through all of that. I've had to go through the hard part of trusting the process, trusting a coach, learning about nutrition, to now being like, no, I'm content, I'm happy with my body and the way I fuel myself day to day.
It is just that learning about it and almost trial and error in a way, because you just have to experiment. You have to work out what's going to digest well, you have to work out what you like eating, you have to work out what's going to fuel yourself in the right way. Literally just experiment with it, because it can't really go wrong unless you're doing something crazy. Do you know what I mean? But
and it's funny you say about the digestion as well, because I have got keep throwing like one of my girls in there, but that she genuinely did. We had such an issue with digestion. She like, in the nicest way, like she just couldn't go. Like she'd never go. Like she was like, it'd be like once a week, maybe twice a week, and it affected like her weigh-ins. And we really just pinned it. Like she was like, oh, it's because I'm stressed, or like she's got endo as well, so she was like, it is linked with endo. And I was like, let's have a look at your nutrition here. So we had her nutrition, had it all in place, started doing a bit of like a FODMAP, which is where you eliminate a food group or a particular item, and we looked at that kind of each on every 1 to 2 weeks of what it could be. Increased other areas, so in particular her macros, we increased certain macros. I took away leafy greens, because again I was like, she was saying that she was bloated after certain meals, and I notice in myself, if I have particular vegetables that are particularly like high in fibre, I blow really badly, and it doesn't digest. Like me and broccoli don't mix. We're not friends. We're not friends.
Compatible.
We don't mix well.
No bueno.
It's just not happy times. So we pulled that back. Actually found out that she's got a gluten intolerance, so she's going for like a proper testing for that. But we took that away, gave her gluten-free options, took away the leafy greens. Every 2 days. Digestion's the best it's ever been. She was like, obviously I still get a little bit of bloating from my endo, but other than that, she was like, I don't know what's happened. Like she was like, I've been dealing with this for ages thinking it was endo, and it's like, no, sometimes it really is just nutrition, stripping it back and seeing like not only is it fueling yourself, like you are improving quality of life, like just the simple things
as well. Looking at, I know you said at the beginning, kind of picking the whole foods option where possible. Obviously if you're vegan, it can be slightly harder because protein will come from, maybe, I don't want to say artificial, but do you know the kind of
Yeah, so
not like whole foods option.
Yeah.
But if you can, stick to that, because you often see, you know, protein pancakes or ready-made protein shakes in supermarkets and stuff.
Yeah.
But when you actually break it down, the artificial sweeteners that are in there are potentially causing a lot of digestive issues as well.
Oh my God, yeah.
So you think, oh, well, I'm having 20 grams of protein. First of all, they're normally quite high in calories and also have a lot of artificial sweeteners in. So better to stick to maybe more simple options for the most part. Again, 80-20.
Yeah. There's this thing in some when you say the artificial sweetener side of things, I can't remember how you say it, but it's like xanth gum.
That's in a lot of vegan and gluten-free stuff.
And you see that, like, you can see the consistency of it where it just goes, because they're trying to not fill you up, but it's just full of so much artificial like stuff, ingredients, that it bulks it out. And it's just sheeby thick. So, and
obviously we're not going to sit here and be like, oh my God, Diet Coke is bad for you. But like, everything in moderation, I guess, and being mindful. Like, if it sets you off, then move to something else.
I have a little Pepsi Max a day. Little, if I have a can, I might have a cheeky two if I've had one in the earlier day. I'm not going to preach and be like, oh my God, I don't have any artificial sweeteners, or because I do. Like, I have whey. Only have 30 grams of whey a day, and I've seen that's improved my digestion quite a lot. I notice I'm a bit more bloated when I've had too much whey. And then the same goes with like artificial sweeteners. Like, I know my max, I know how much sets me off, and I know how much like I can have a day, and that's because that's my enjoyment. Like, I enjoy the drink, so I'm like, well, I enjoy drinking that, and it's, you know, it's very dependent on you. That's why every nutrition plan will be different and tailored to that person. It shouldn't be the same. Just because you're fitness influencer or your athlete that you follow is eating X, Y, and Z doesn't mean that you need to eat that exact amount.
No, very true.
Very, very true.
I would say, as like, obviously in a general perspective, if you aren't in like a diet phase, let's talk about sort of maintaining or growing, the sort of biggest percentage of your plate should be carbohydrates. Again, linking back to that is our energy. So that would probably be a good place to start if we're feeling stuck with how to structure a meal.
100%. And making sure you've got those key components. There is the guideline of if you don't know how to portion your plate, which I kind of agree with and I kind of don't, because I feel like it's not a very big plate. But they say the size of your protein will be like this part of your hand here. If you can see that, it's this part of your hand here. And then your carbohydrates will be the size of your palm. So that on your plate. Fats is your thumb. So that's how much essentially you should have, which when you look at it and you're being intuitive, so you're almost eyeing up everything, I'm like, yes, it's a good place to start. I wouldn't naturally be like, let me pour out the amount of potatoes, let me measure out the amount of potatoes that I want in the size of my palm. And I also think it's every hand's different, you know. So
let's hope we've got big hands.
Because I looked at my hands there and I was like, must be small.
I would be hungry.
I'd be starving. So that is like the national guideline, but I don't really preach that. I'm very much like, no, how much do you weigh? You know, what are you currently eating? What's your goals? Establish a maintenance. Calculate all that out.
I guess it's like you said, it's a good place to start, but knowing that
that's a place to start.
Exactly. That's not where it stays.
That's just the bit. That's like we were saying. This is the basics in nutrition. So that is where you want to essentially start. So while we're waiting, what's your favourite snack?
I think at the moment, I feel like you're not going to say this is a snack, but a muffin.
That's a snack.
Okay, good. Okay.
That's a snack.
I've really been enjoying bread since I was away, because they were quite, you know, obviously when you go to a restaurant, they put bread like in the middle of the table.
Yeah, it's like a little...
And it was always like, it was warm and they would bring butter out. Oh my dear Lord. And like, I don't have butter on a day-to-day just because I don't normally have bread on a day-to-day. Like, I wouldn't make toast and put butter on it, but like, I assure you, every breakfast I went to the bread station and put 2 slices of bread through that weird toasting machine where it goes on a conveyor belt and pops back through the bottom, and then I got butter and they had all the jams, and oh my God, I was living my best life.
Can we just talk about that conveyor belt though, because that would trigger me every time I went on holiday. Why is it I put it through once, anemic, second time, anemic, third time, burnt?
Oh really? See, this one was like, you put it through one side and the top would be burnt, and then it'd flip and it'd come out like raw on the bottom. So then you have to flip it over, put it through again, and then but if you burnt. If you started it at the top, it would be burnt by the time. So I kind of was like throwing it halfway through,
to get
that
like
it was like
golden toast.
Yes,
I like that method.
Sun-kissed toast, not like cremated,
because it's just, it would do my head in every time. I think, what's the point? I'm fuming.
But yeah, that was nice, because I've not had like white bread toasted with butter for ages.
Sometimes it's nice.
No, it was really good. So that was kind of like, that nostalgic itch scratched. Nice. I think I said it right that time.
Yeah, you did. Oh, when you said it, I was like, yes, we got there. But like, that's again another thing with nutrition. I'll always preach like the whole meal side of things and like whole foods, but also if you enjoy it, if you absolutely hate brown bread, because there's some people who hate brown bread and they're like
me,
and they're like, no, have the white bread. It's not the end of the world. Like, yes, it's more processed, yes, it's not as good as brown bread, you're still fueling. It's based on what you
it's enjoy. Still energy, and if you're still going to the gym and using the energy and just, breathing takes up energy.
Doing nothing, sitting in bed takes up energy.
Sleeping, napping, there you go. I'm exercising while I nap.
There we go.
So I tell myself. I've got so many loopholes to this.
Basically, I need to be eating all of the time. I looked at the question and it just says, what do macros do? And we've been through that.
Yes, okay, good.
One thing I will say as well, if you are starting out, in terms of, if, say for instance, on MyFitnessPal, and this is, for anyone who doesn't know, this is an app that tracks your calories and also your macros, so you can input the food that you have for the day, so it's a good way to track your calories, track your macros. On there, if you have the free version, which is like your basic version, you can only adjust the percentage of the carbs, protein and fats on there. You can't give the exact measurements. So if you've, calculated, if you're doing this by yourself, if you've calculated it, like the calories that you should be on, and you're thinking, I don't know how to divide my calories into what like my macros are, aim to have 40% carbohydrates, 30% protein, 30% fats to begin with. Again, this is your starting position. This just gives you a baseline of how much carbs I should be having, protein, fats, for just maintaining just generic, like following. This is not going to give you, amazing results. It's not going to give you like, oh my God, I've achieved my dream physique. It's just a basic into how to use the app, how to introduce yourself into nutrition, tracking macros and getting used to that side of things, and how to set it. Because I know I've had a few messages in the last couple of days being like, I don't know if I'm having enough protein, I don't know how much I should be hitting, and I can't tell people, like I can tell people what to eat because I've got the qualification for it, but I can't tell them over a DM being like, tell me how much you weigh. Like it's a whole process of, what do you weigh, let me calculate this out, expenditure, goals, okay, this is what we should be aiming for, aim for protein on X, Y and Z. I also don't know your history when it comes to tracking. If you know what protein is, you naturally already have a good idea of what protein is without you even knowing, like they aim for chicken, eggs, all those things, or do you literally just eat toast all day? If you eat toast all day, then we've got some work to do, and we just build from there.
That would be such a good life,
wouldn't it? What would you have for like breakfast? Like
toast?
No, but like
if you were gonna eat toast all day, what would you have for breakfast?
But what would you be your like spread of choice for breakfast? And then take me through, if you were to plan no protein, literally just bread breakfast, lunch,
Are we literally just talking
dinner.
sliced bread, or can we venture to like bagels?
Sliced bread.
Okay. So breakfast would be apricot jam.
Oh,
White bread, apricot jam.
I've never had apricot jam. Is that good?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It's very like a holiday thing for me.
Mm.
I've got some in my bag. I'm still on
Over there.
holiday. Yeah. On my Ollie Bobs.
Holiday mode.
Yeah.
Look at my apricot jam out.
White bread, apricot jam.
Mm.
Lunch would have to be made into some sort of toasty.
Cheese.
Oh, see, I was about to say chicken and pesto, but you said no protein.
You can have protein.
Okay.
You can
Maybe
have,
like
I just mean like
chicken.
Not being like I'm having a protein shake.
Okay, yeah. Chicken, pesto, tomato,
Oh,
maybe some rocket toasty. And then dinner would be, I'd have to have like beans on toast, beans and cheese on toast.
Bangs.
Yeah. Maybe with the little sausages in.
Not with the sausages.
Yeah, with the sausages.
No.
Why? They're the best. Or like tinned ravioli or something.
Oh my god. I haven't had those in so long.
Alphabet spaghetti.
hoops.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
I know.
I remember one. Oh my god, Mum would be like, "Do you want spaghetti hoops or beans?"
Yeah.
Not that she wouldn't cook, but like on the days.
Beans.
Yeah, beans. Oh,
What would you have?
breakfast. The raspberry seeded. I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah.
It's got like the nice, you know, the cat.
Bon maman.
Yeah, I was about to say Bon Marie or something. It's that one, the raspberry, the goated.
Yeah.
Raspberry seeded.
If you're getting seedless, we've
got problems. What are you having? Jelly?
Yeah.
Like, sorry,
Jello.
Jello? No, sorry. I put banana on top, you know. Or I'd have I'm getting ahead of myself here. I'm gonna throw another one in there as well in a minute. I'd have on one half. Other half? Biscoff.
Oh, we're changing halves. Okay.
Yeah, I'm like having half a side,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
2
yeah.
slices of toast. Biscoff, banana, drizzle of honey.
Nice.
Chef's kiss.
Lunch.
Lunch. The first thing that came to mind was like ham and cheese. I don't know.
I was
why.
just about to say a crisp sandwich.
Oh, if you were just going all carbs, then yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, chip butty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A dinner. I mean, did we do? What did we just do? Yeah, dinner.
Panic. I was like, yeah, I'll have dinner.
Said the wrong word.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the only like sandwich that I would have when I was younger. Ham and cheese.
Yeah.
Tuna melt. Don't know why.
Yeah.
That used to bang. Oh, tell a lie. Do you know what I'd have?
What?
Italian meats. Right?
Really?
Yeah. Or like the Italian
She's going
meats.
fancy now.
Yeah. And then I'd have like a bit of rocket in there. And then I'd throw a load of ready salted crisp and crunchy, all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dinner. I'd make it into like a pizza. I'd put some tomato puree on there, bit of
That's a
cheese.
good shout.
Put that in the oven.
Yeah.
Bang. I'm imagining bagels rather than toast, you know.
Grilled in the oven.
Yeah, grilled. Yeah. And then if I was having a evening
Pudding.
one, a pudding. I'm really going into this. I'm really like loving life here. Oh,
I'd have like Nutella.
oh my god, you took the word out of my mouth. I was about to say the only thing coming into my mind, Nutella chocolate chips on it.
Folded like a Nutella
With
toast calzone.
Like Yorkie bits all over it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was so sad. That's so funny.
I mean, that was a version of one of the questions that we asked people because we did death row meal. We've just done a toast version.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
No, we've done a toast every meal version. And I think I got so excited about it. I was like, I'd have Yorkie bits everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, that would be nice.
I should have tea
Maybe one
cakes
day.
coming into my head as well. You know, like hot cross buns toasted. I need to stop.
Yeah. So,
Mini cutting, can you tell?
I know my stomach's rumbling and I'm not
Starving.
even. Should we go into our questions?
I think we should.
Yes. Pause.
Pause.
While I get my phone. Right.
So, you get
I
ready.
strongly agree with some of these.
I got some stunning ones.
Yeah.
And when they came through, I was like,
Laughing.
yeah.
Okay, so the first question was, what are the weirdest food combinations you have had, best and worst? Off you go.
Oh, best and worst. Oh, yeah. Should we do one at a time?
Yeah, let's just reel them out. And then we can pause after the section and discuss.
I got First one, toast buttered dipped in tea. So someone had buttered toast and dipped it in tea. So it would be soggy bread.
Is that for the best or worst?
Got a smiley face next to it.
Soggy tea. No soggy tea. No. Water is wet.
Oh, yeah, that's
Is that a best?
Yeah, it said toast buttered dipped in tea, and it's that smiley face with the emoji when it's got its eyes shut, and it's like...
With a really happy face. They're really happy with that.
You stay away with your happy soggy bread.
But then there'll be like bits at the bottom of the tea.
Not only that, lumps floating on top, and then the butter mixed in with the tea.
You'll have like an oil slick on the top of your tea. My first one was I eat my egg whites with cinnamon, PB and sugar-free syrup. That's quite a...
That's a standard one.
Yeah.
I rate that.
I'd get on board with that.
I'd roll with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ketchup and cucumber. That sounds like a
We're
prep
going to
thing.
hold a national silence for that one. Rest in peace, your digestion.
Like, what are you having?
Yeah. I mean, this one, I've got a best and a worst here. So best was whey and egg white pancake. This is on prep.
Right.
Worst, cucumber with stevia.
Oh, that's,
That was a phase, wasn't it?
That was a fit when everyone was like, oh my god, it's like sweet. I was like, is it fuck? It's sweetener on cucumber. Mm-hmm. Don't fool me otherwise. Oh, it tastes like watermelon. Have watermelon then.
Is that what people said?
Yeah.
Watermelon.
Because it's like the cucumber's like the same texture, like all of that, but because you make it sweet, it tastes like watermelon. No, but it's not. It's cucumber.
So does watermelon taste like watermelon? Yeah.
Next one I got was crisp and cheese and Mackie strawberry milkshake with the fries. Unreal.
Quite a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
Dunk the fries in the milkshakes.
Yeah.
Have you ever?
No, because when that became a thing, I was lactose intolerant, and I was like, it's not worth.
Oh yeah.
I just can't, because there was even a point where people would dip it in their Coke. Seen chips and Coke.
I get it because it's kind of the sweet and salty element, which I think I would enjoy, but
It's the soggy chips for me, because then your Coke's gone salty.
because it has to be, the chips have to be right. Because if they're
Mackey's
already
chip.
like
If
floppy,
Mackey's, I was about to say, if Mackey's chips are like unsalted, and I haven't had it in time, but like
no time.
unsalted and cold, send it back.
So this one starts with a disclaimer. Okay, don't judge.
Well, you've sent it to the wrong place.
Vegan dry mince with Pepsi Max and lettuce. I'm really hoping Pepsi Max is
It's
on the side.
I don't think
And it's
it
just
is.
vegan mince and lettuce. That's fine.
I think someone's cooked mince and Pepsi.
Can you imagine like Pepsi broth?
It's just meaty Pepsi. Oh, but it
I
wouldn't be
mean-
because it's vegan.
Yeah.
And that's even worse. Have you seen vegan mince?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Yeah, but we're not
Oh.
judging.
No, that sounds lovely.
Delightful.
Yeah. I got cinnamon on egg whites with blueberries too. What a time to be alive. Oh,
Yeah.
because it came through with 3. So this person sent in that brief time in prep when rice cakes, chicken, and dark chocolate like a sandwich was the best thing I'd ever tasted.
Oh, yeah.
And then cinnamon on egg whites with blueberries too. What a time to be alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In my first prep, 1 rice cake with an egg white pancake on top
Ooh, bit of salt
with
on
some
that.
salt. I was like,
Wow.
that was meal 1. I was like, we are living.
We are doing
I used to
here.
actually like wake up and like, I can't wait to have it. She was a sad girl.
At the time, we don't realise how sad we are.
Yeah. Pecans and honey and mustard on salmon, unreal. And I think I could get on board with that.
Pecans on salmon.
So salmon
Yeah.
with pecans, honey and mustard on top.
That sounds nice.
It does.
Yeah,
I think I could.
I can get on board. Because
Yeah.
it's like salmon, sweet, with a bit of honey on it,
Yeah.
cooked.
Yeah, nice.
Some nuts on stuff. Yeah, I rate it.
Mm.
I rate it. Quavers and coleslaw absolutely slaps.
I didn't even know they still did quavers.
Yeah. Yeah, they do. I'm trying to imagine it because it's cheesy.
I'm wondering how
A cheesy
you
biscuit.
get to the point of being like, I'm going to have quavers and coleslaw. That is literally like, I've just got back from holiday. There's no food in the fridge. Oh, no, but I've got quavers and coleslaw.
Do you know what? It reminds me of like a picky dinner. So it's like there's like a spread on and you've just put your plate and you've gone around and you're like, okay, put a bit of coleslaw on there.
It sounds like
some
yesterday's
quavers.
spread. And all that there's left is quavers and coleslaw.
Yeah, when it's just like what's left. Yeah.
All the pork pies and sandwiches have gone.
And it's just like the little bits.
Yeah.
There's always coleslaw left. I swear coleslaw never leaves the fridge.
I've actually had a couple who have said the same thing, and I am somewhat surprised. But Yorkshire pudding and ice cream. I'm trying to imagine it.
So much is going on in my mind.
Yeah.
What flavour ice cream are we talking about?
First question.
Yeah. Because
Are we spreading it over? Is it a mini Yorkshire pudding? Is it a giant Yorkshire pudding? Are we like toad and the holing the ice cream?
I'm speechless is all I can say because it's like, say for instance it's vanilla ice cream and it's a mini Yorkshire pudding. We're just going basic, generic.
That's like down in one.
That's a down in one, and I feel like that's almost like a weird profiterole.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good way of thinking about it.
Yeah, but I can't get the thought of gravy out of my head. Like I look at Yorkshire, I'm like, you belong on a roast next to my meat.
That is true. Yeah.
Who does that? Who goes into the freezer and thinks...
I've had 3 people say it.
What, I've gone to the freezer and thought, do you know what?
I got Yorkshire pudding and ice cream.
Really?
3 times.
I guess it's like a weird pastry dessert.
Yeah.
And it's plain.
Mm.
Oh, I don't know.
Anyway.
Anyways. I got small block of cheese with tomato puree on it, on top. Don't knock it till you try it.
I know who said this.
Yeah.
And yeah. It's sort of...
It's almost like
pasta.
a pizza. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Without the pasta.
Yeah, it's just,
Tomato and
that's,
cheese.
you've got nothing left in the fridge. You've got cheese, what can I put on it?
But tomato puree as well, like the concentrate stuff, that's strong.
That's like...
It's not ketchup, we're going for puree.
Yeah, I mean, that's like, I kind of want a pizza.
Yeah. Broccoli and Greek yogurt.
What? I want to know some of these people who
Again.
in what right mind have you gone, pass us the Greek yogurt, yeah, put a bit of broccoli in that. Is that boiled or is it crunchy? No.
I'm hoping it's not raw. I don't think you can eat broccoli raw.
You can, but it's just
For
not nice.
Guinea pigs, yeah.
Well, I mean...
That's a unique one, I think.
Yeah.
But together, are we in the same bowl?
Well, it must be.
Are we holding the broccoli and scooping it in the Greek yogurt?
Oh, I don't know the logistics.
Is it plain Greek yogurt? Because that's like...
that 0% shit.
In phage
Are we,
or whatever it's
are
called.
we having one massive broccoli head and you just drizzling yogurt on it? Or the big fucker? Or are we like chopping it into little florets? Like granola? Who knows? I got cheese and Marmite crumpets, which
Oh, yeah.
I could get behind.
Yeah.
Like, I rate.
Yeah. I don't have any others for the weird combinations, do you?
Last one, mango and peanut butter. I don't know how I feel about that.
Mango's slippery, though.
Slippery, sweet, and I feel like peanut butter doesn't sit on it right. I feel like they just don't
Yeah.
mix.
Because like a banana or apple, it's got like texture. Yeah.
It's got grip.
Yeah.
Mango's just too slippery. No, I don't like that.
Okay, so second question
I really love this one.
was, what would be your death row meal? Would you like to start?
I would. I got a 3-course one first. And to be fair, I rated every single one. I was like, do you know what? That bangs. First one, starter, fried calamari.
Okay.
Second one, bolognese and garlic bread.
Okay.
Third one, like dessert, sticky toffee pudding.
Nice.
I was like, do you know what? You picked some solid choices there.
Yeah. The one that had most like a 3-course meal, I'm not entirely sure in what courses you would have each, but a Domino's stuffed crust pizza, a meteor pizza, is that a flavour? I don't know. chicken kickers. I'm
Mhm.
not also sure what those are. We say like goujons.
Yeah.
A cinnamon bun carrot cake.
Wow.
Yeah,
I like it.
that's a full plate.
That's a full plate.
You're going all out. But I mean, it is death row meal, so that's what
You
we're
might
here
as well,
for.
yeah, you get a full.
You ask for that
You're
meal.
gonna eat.
Yeah.
You're gonna eat
Well
good.
fed.
It's funny you said that because I also got someone who said large Dominoes might I guess in the Mighty Meteor and barbecue, bacon dirty fries, PB and bacon shake,
Wow.
current veggie. I think he means he's currently veggie now.
So he would.
He'd be like, for my last meal, I would eat meat. I'm pretty sure he is veggie.
Okay.
He'd be like, for my last meal, I'm going all out. I'm going to get mighty meat.
Yeah.
And that explains probably the bacon shake, the bacon dirty fries, the mighty meat pizza.
Basically, just go and eat some bacon.
Yeah.
If this is you.
If this is you, please, please go eat
bacon. Oh gosh.
What else did you get?
I got another, probably a roast dinner or a Domino's.
Sensational.
I had a lot of roast dinner answers.
Mm-hmm. I got sausage and mash. Free laughy faces.
For a death row meal.
Sausage and mash. If you don't have onion gravy in there, I can't get behind
but they
it.
haven't added that. I've had a roast dinner all day long with all the extras. So we're talking like...
I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to.
Lasagna on top of lasagna. So a double stacked lasagna, like double decker. Chips and garlic bread.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've just had burgers, like dirty fries. I have a 5-tub Ben and Jerry's.
Nice. Solid.
Yeah.
Any flavour or just 5 tubs?
Just says 5 tubs.
Man loves Ben and Jerry's.
Yeah.
I got chicken wings and mac and cheese, a shepherd's pie, and my last 2 are quite funny.
Yes.
Do you have any more?
Yes.
You go for it.
Anything pasta or beef brisket or put them together.
Oh, how would you put beef brisket with pasta though? Well, I guess you just throw it all
just
in.
do it.
You just do it. It's death row meal. You just do it.
You do that meal.
You do that.
Yeah. Yeah, go on then.
Chinese.
Okay.
Solid. Just a Chinese
Yeah.
takeaway. And then the last one, 2 answers. Mixed meze, hummus, flatbread, lamb, chicken livers, falafel, etc. to start.
Okay.
Yeah. I was like, Fez, this I'm not going to say he or she. This person knows what they want, and they've come to not fuck about.
bet.
Yeah. Sushi for main, and warm cookie box for dessert.
Nice. Yeah. What would yours be?
Are we doing 3 course or just
Yeah.
or
Whatever you'd like to say.
Well, main course I'm going to throw it out there. I want a whole roast dinner.
I knew that would be
You
the
knew
answer.
that was it was either that or a Thai red curry
Mm-hmm.
because it's like that just reminds me of growing up. I did think of spag bowl at one point. I was like, no, between roast dinner and spag bowl, it'd be the whole works. We're talking here.
Yeah.
We're talking Christmas dinner. We're talking Brussels sprouts with the. I don't know why I've gone straight in with Brussels sprouts. Way to sell it. It reminded me of the Christmas chat we had, but like, you know, with the bits of bacon in it. We're talking like that level of like extra.
Yeah.
Yorkshire puddings. I want beef. I want lamb. We'll have a bit of chicken in there. Go on. Maybe some gammon on the side.
May as well.
Death row meal.
Yeah.
I'm throwing it all out on the table here. I'm talking roast potatoes. I'm talking dauphinoise. I'm talking mash.
Mm-hmm.
Talking honey roasted carrots. Honey roasted parsnips. Some red cabbage maybe. Pigs in blankets. Stuffing of every kind.
Really is all the toppings.
Everything.
Are we having pudding?
Yeah. There's quite a few puddings that are quite... I really love a lemon meringue pie, you know.
Really?
I really do.
Wow.
I had it at Christmas and I was like, oh my lord. Because I love a lemon tart. I love anything lemony. And then I had a lemon meringue pie and I was like, that's sensational.
Yeah.
That's really, really nice. But I really like anything really, really chocolate. I feel like I can't have that as a death row meal. I need something like dirty and chocolatey. Like a double fudge chocolate cake and
Melt in the middle
fudge
fondue.
yeah. Yeah. I don't know what I'd have for starter, you know. I feel like that meze was in the right direction.
Yeah.
Something with like warm bread.
I was just about to
Dips
say
in.
mine would be warm bread.
Yeah, just like dips
Like
on
a
the
bucket.
side.
Yeah.
Mm.
Warm bread.
Go on.
I would have...
If you say sushi, I'll cry.
No. When whoever said sushi, I was like, okay. I'm either going to say a burger, but like an XXL
We're talking,
big boy.
yeah, size
However
of
many patties you want.
7.
Cheese, yeah, all of it, like a stack.
Mm.
Mac and cheese on the side. I want it to be like a crumbed top mac and cheese.
Yeah.
And then I'm on board with this warm cookie box.
Yeah. Something
thing.
warm, like melty.
Oh, do they mean like the cookie box, or do they mean a box of cookies that's warm?
Oh, I think they mean a box of cookies that's warm.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I think
Because I would want like
warm.
a variety of different flavours.
I'd want a mixture of everything.
Yeah.
I want,
That-
different things as
oh,
well.
ding,
Oh,
ding.
I love
That
like a
would be nice.
donut. There's so much I'd have. But I'm like a simple gal where I'd be like, I'd have an apple crumble, with custard.
I spoke to someone the other day, I can't remember who, and they said something appley.
Yeah.
I was like, imagine like an apple strudel.
Oh,
I've not
I
had one
love
in
it.
those in
So
ages.
Sticky toffee pudding. Unreal.
I'm never a fan of those.
Really? I am.
Yes, but yes, that would be death row. What was the last question? What food/diet trends do you hope we leave in 2024?
What did you get for that one?
What do people want to leave behind? I have 5 that say fear of carbs, people being scared of carbs, getting rid of carbs, no carbs, let's quit that.
I got juice cleanse / detox.
Yes, I got meal replacement shakes.
Yeah. Influencers promoting those greens sold on TikTok.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those shit you like. If you don't get your veg and fruit in, drink one of these, which
Just eat fruit and veg, please.
yeah, or like make your own smoothie.
Yeah.
Fasting or keto. Which okay, I understand the keto, but the fasting, like I think I don't mind a bit of fasting, a bit of the intermittent fasting.
Technically, I'm just being devil's advocate. We all fast overnight.
I think they mean in the day.
Okay.
Because some people fast till like 1.
No, I get that. But like
We do technically.
we do fast
Yeah.
overnight.
That's why
And
it's called break fast.
in between meals as well.
My mind blew when I found that out.
Yeah.
Because I'd always call it breakfast or whatever. My dad was like, do you know what that stands for? And I was like, yeah.
I mean,
meal
it probably
1.
doesn't even, but it does now.
Yeah. Well, he was
As
like,
of
it
now.
breaks the fast. I was like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
I was like, that's mental. I also got, this is the person that answered the large Dominoes, all the bacon, all that, even though he's a current veggie. Despite my last answer, carnivore. So basically, it was like, despite me saying bacon and meat, everything.
So they want
leave.
carnivores to be left in 2024.
Meat eaters to be left in 2024.
Okay, so we're now all cows.
Yeah.
We just eat grass.
Yeah. Easy.
That's an interesting one.
I thought it was an interesting answer. I was like, it was with laughy faces,
Yeah.
but I was like, oh, you must be.
Until you're on death row.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
And
Animal
then-
loving until you're about to die, and then it's like, now pass me the meat.
Give me
Like,
it
yeah,
all.
Come on, then. If I'm going, I might as well go with them all.
Yeah,
like-
I'm going.
Oh, gross. And then people eating anything / everything that says high protein on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So kind of going back to
High
what we
protein
mentioned
cereal,
before.
and you're like, it's got 2 grams
It's
more
cereal.
of protein of the cereal that you like.
Yeah.
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 And that was. Oh, those were good questions.
I did like reading those.
Oh, they were so funny.
Yeah.
I was reading some of them like, wow.
Yeah. But yeah. Anything you would like to wrap up with?
This is your reminder to go eat. Fuel yourself. If you've not got a plan, get a plan in place. If you don't know what you're doing,
Follow
learn.
Millie.
Follow me, please.
Read her little
Oh yeah, that'll.
thing that's coming
Yeah.
out.
I want to get it out. It's pretty much done, but I'm gonna get it out next week and get it on my Instagram,
Which is
link in the bio.
the Instagram
Oh,
is
it's Millie_Shuttlewood.
There we go. If you have any questions, ask Millie.
Please do. Like, just I think people get worried about asking because it's like, oh, am I going to be like signed up to coaching? No, like this is literally what I do. Like I'm a nutritionist. I want to help. If you've got any nutrition questions, fire away. Drop me a DM, whatever. I'm happy to help as always.
Yep.
So yeah, if you need anything, guys, hit me up.
And if you are feeling stuck, then just keep going.
You got this.
Always gets better. Things ease, and just keep remembering that it's the petrol to the car.
Petrol to the car.
Yes. Beep beep.
And add some good petrol. Beep beep.
Yeah.
Beep beep. Add some good petrol as well. Oh my god, don't add, what was it? Yorkshire puddings and ice cream's just what's going through my mind. Still, I've been a bit traumatized. I kind of want to try that. I have really been fancying a roast recently. I might just get Yorkshires and have... Or gravy. I know someone who did that at uni. She would just have...
Just Yorkshires and gravy. No, I want to try Yorkshires and ice cream.
Do it. I feel like we need to make a list from this before you start prep and try some stuff out.
None of that. I'm literally just going to have Yorkshires and ice cream. That's the only one that screams out at me. Yeah.
Cheese and Marmite crumpets. Oh, you got to be in the mood for that.
That's like weird though.
No, it was like a good combo.
Oh, that was a good combo. Oh, I see.
Like, mango and peanut butter still is not sitting with me right.
No. I don't know if I like the texture of mango.
I do.
It's not a weird combination, but something that I think is quite strange is eating the skin of kiwi.
Oh, do you know what? I done that once and I was like, I left. Have you ever done it?
No.
I've done that. And then I was left with like the worst tongue. Like, you know, like when pineapple's like really like rank.
Like furry.
Yeah. And like, again, my dad was like, try it. You can eat the skin of kiwis. And I was like, oh, go on then. I'll try it. No, not for me that. I was like, my tongue just feels like it's been on sandpaper.
Yeah, that's not for me. I can't even like...
You just get the weird kids at school that would do that.
Eat it like an apple.
Yeah, and they'd be like, you can eat the whole thing. Seen someone eat orange peel before?
There was this thing that we had on holiday. I didn't have it, but they came round at one of the restaurants before the bread and put it on the table, and it was like a tiny orange, and they said you can eat the skin. And then my mum said that the skin was nicer than the fruit inside, so she just ate the skin.
Wow. I want to know what fruit this is.
Yeah, I'm going to ask and I'll let you know. I didn't have that.
No.
So that's a step too far.
I'll leave that.
But yes,
so we'll wrap this up here.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your questions, guys. Really appreciate it.
Engaging
so much fun.
as always. Thank you. Any questions, like we've said,
fire away.
Ask Millie.
Fire away.
Yes.
Yeah, always open. And then we will see you guys next week.
Yeah. Peace and love. Yay!